Morning erections are not random. They are a direct biological report on the health of your blood vessels. Strong, consistent morning wood means your nitric oxide system is working. Weak, inconsistent, or absent morning erections means it isn't, and your cardiovascular system is sending you an early warning that most men ignore for years. I am Dr. Reena. I say this not to alarm you. I say it because it means what you're about to learn is about more than sex. There are three ingredients added to something as simple as beet juice that directly target nitric oxide production, protect it from being destroyed in your bloodstream, and accelerate how fast your body converts it. Men who run this combination consistently report morning erections returning within 2 to 3 weeks. Not always, but often enough that the research supports it and your body deserves the attempt. Let me explain the mechanism first because once you understand it, the three ingredients will make complete sense. An erection is a blood flow event. That's really all it is. When you're aroused, your body releases nitric oxide, a small gas molecule that signals the smooth muscle inside your penile blood vessels to relax and open. Blood rushes in. That's the erection. And here's the part most men don't realize. This is the exact same system Viagra works on. The drug doesn't create nitric oxide, it just slows down the enzyme that breaks the signal down. The nitric oxide still has to be there first. If it's not there, the drug has nothing to amplify. After 50, your body produces less of it, the enzymes that make it slow down. Oxidative stress in the bloodstream chews through it faster. The net result is a system running on fumes and erections that show it. Beet juice helps because it's loaded with dietary nitrates. Your body converts those nitrates to nitric oxide through bacteria that live on your tongue. You're essentially giving the system a direct supply of the raw material it's running short on. Good start. But here's the real kicker, and I need you to hear this before we go any further. The morning habit that kills all of it. Most men who drink beet juice in the morning also use mouthwash in the morning, and that's the problem. The nitrates in beet juice don't convert to nitric oxide in your stomach. They convert in your mouth, specifically through bacteria on your tongue. Those bacteria take the nitrates from the juice, convert them into nitrites, you swallow them, and then they finish converting to nitric oxide in your bloodstream. Use antibacterial mouthwash before or after you kill those bacteria. The whole chain breaks. You're swallowing expensive vegetable water and wondering why nothing's changing. A 2025 study from the University of Exeter confirmed this directly. Antibacterial mouthwash completely blocked the blood pressure lowering effect of beetroot juice in older adults. Completely blocked. No mouthwash within 2 hours of drinking this. Write that down. The first one is raw garlic. Garlic improves blood flow, and that's exactly what you need if you have ED. And how it does is that it relaxes the blood vessels, and when the blood vessels relax, the blood vessels open wider, and therefore more blood flow can flow from the heart to the blood vessel into the penis. 1 clove crushed, not chopped, not minced, not sliced, crushed. And then this is the part everyone skips. You set it aside and wait 10 minutes before it touches anything else. Here's why the wait matters. Raw garlic contains a compound called alliin. On its own, alliin does nothing useful for blood flow, but when you crush the clove, you break the cell walls open and release an enzyme called alliinase. That enzyme converts alliin into allicinin, and allicinin activates enos, the enzyme that produces nitric oxide directly inside the lining of your artery walls. Think about what that means in context. Beet juice is giving you nitric oxide from outside the vessel through the dietary pathway through your mouth bacteria. Garlic is activating the internal factory inside the artery wall itself. 2 completely separate directions at the same time. But heat destroys a lion instantly. If the garlic has ever been cooked, even briefly, the enzyme is gone before you start. No allicinin forms, no enos activation, raw, crushed, 10 minutes waiting. If you don't give it those 10 minutes, you're completely wasting your time. Research on fresh crushed garlic showed measurable increases in plasma nitric oxide within 2 to 4 hours. The men who actually feel this drink working are almost always the ones who respected the garlic. Now, once you've got that garlic sitting on the counter, this is where most people miss the second problem entirely, because producing nitric oxide is only half the battle. The other half is keeping it alive long enough to actually do something. The researchers discovered that drinking pomegranate juice for a period of 4 weeks helped 25 of the 42 participants who were able to improve their symptoms of erectile dysfunction. Now remember, pomegranate juice is much better than orange juice if you want to drink a juice that would be the juice of choice for any diabetic. However, the findings in this study did not reach statistical significance. Yet we know pomegranate juice contains a lot of antioxidants and they boost nitric oxide levels, which, as we explained in turn, can treat erectile dysfunction as well. That's where pomegranate comes in. 2 to 3 tablespoons pure, no added sugar, no cocktail blend, just pomegranate. And I want to be completely honest with you about why this matters, because this is the piece that changed things for a lot of men I've worked with. Nitric oxide is an unstable molecule. The moment it's produced in your bloodstream, free radicals, oxidative molecules, begin breaking it down within seconds. By the time it's traveled through your system to the penile arteries, a significant amount has already been destroyed. After 50, your oxidative stress is higher. More free radicals, faster destruction, less nitric oxide arrives. Pomegranate is dense with flavonoid antioxidants, punic halogens, and ellagic acid that directly neutralize the superoxide molecules responsible for that destruction. Louis Ignarro, the Nobel laureate who literally discovered nitric oxide's role in the cardiovascular system, found that pomegranate juice markedly protected nitric oxide from oxidative destruction and extended its activity in the bloodstream. I tell this to every man who comes in frustrated because they're doing everything right and still not seeing the results they expected. You're not just producing the molecule, you have to protect it on the way there. And then there's lemon. Did you discover that you only need a pair of salad tongs to squeeze lemons? Just place them in the center, press, and you'll get every last drop of lemon juice. Half a lemon fresh squeezed in last. This one is almost an afterthought in terms of effort, but the chemistry is actually fascinating. To be completely honest with you, this is the ingredient I added last when I started putting this together for patients, and it ended up being more important than I expected. When the nitrites from beet juice hit your stomach, which is acidic, they're partway through converting to nitric oxide. Vitamin C from the lemon juice donates electrons directly to those nitrite molecules and forces the conversion faster and more completely. No waiting for enzymes to activate, no bacteria needed, just chemistry happening in real time in your stomach. A 2023 review confirmed that vitamin C co-ingested with dietary nitrate significantly improves endothelial function and nitric oxide bioavailability compared to nitrate alone. It's a shortcut your body would have gotten to eventually. You're just accelerating it. Now look, if you want to take this system further than the drink, there's a formulation I've reviewed closely that supports the same pathway from the nutritional side. L-arginine and beetroot for nitric oxide production, grapeseed extract for endothelial protection. Same principle as pomegranate and tongat ali and ashwagandha for the hormonal and stress-related factors that suppress nitric oxide in men over 50. The journal Clinical Sleep Medicine showed in 2019 that ashwagandha supplementation reduced stress. So stress went down and helped improve sleep time in adults with insomnia. It helps with stress reduction. It decreases cortisol levels, so your stress hormones go down. This can cause calmness and relaxation, been shown to help with sleep, mood, cognitive function, energy, and vitality. Here's probably why it's really popular. It's a testosterone booster for men. Think of it as a foundation that makes everything you're already doing work harder. Links in the description if you want to look at it. The order matters as much as the ingredients. Step 1, crush 1 raw garlic clove, set it aside, start the timer, 10 minutes minimum. Step 2, while you're waiting, pour 250 milliliters of fresh or cold-pressed beet juice into a glass. Step 3, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of pure pomegranate juice. Step 4, after the 10 minutes, add the crushed garlic. Step 5, squeeze in half a fresh lemon, stir. Drink no mouthwash for 2 hours before or after morning on an empty or light stomach is ideal. Blood flow improvements from dietary nitrate start within 30 to 90 minutes and build with daily use over 1 to 3 weeks. Most men notice something in the first week: warmer hands, better morning erections, more consistent firmness by week 2 or 3. Nothing overnight, nothing dramatic, just real steady progress. The kind that actually holds what you're really doing here. Beet juice alone gives your body one lever to pull. This gives it 4. And they're all running at the same time through 3 completely separate biological pathways. More nitric oxide produced inside the artery wall. More produced through the dietary pathway, more of it protected before it breaks down. More of it converted in your stomach. That's what the system actually needs after 50. Not one pathway, all of them. Now, which part of this surprised you the most? The mouthwash thing, the garlic timing, or the pomegranate protection? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this gave you something real, subscribe and stick around. New content every week. See you guys.